Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of a new Trekkie. My 5-year mission to search out Star Trek media, to seek out our fans and merchandise, to boldly go where no fan has gone before.
Greetings and salutations, how's everybody doing? So today, we're back to talking about Star Trek The Next Generation. In this case, we're looking at 2 episodes. In this case, the episode Yesterday's Enterprise and The Offspring. Yesterday's Enterprise basically tries to look at 2 episodes from the past, whether it was Mirror Mirror.
That was right. Those are our crew.
On the Edge of Forever from the original run of Star Trek. And basically what it does is, in this episode, the ship's crew must decide whether to send the time-traveling Enterprise C back for a temporal rift to its certain destruction to prevent damaging changes to their timeline. And what makes this episode different is in the fact that basically the crew go through a time warp, and then in a way the Federation is in a war against the Klingons, and so basically that means Worf is not there, and basically the entire episode is they're trying Keenan is trying to tell Picard, say, hey, something is screwy going around.
You have come 22 years into the future.
22 years. Does my crew know yet?
No.
I must tell them. I owe them that.
If you wish, I can see that they're informed.
Here, and we have the return of Denise Crosby as Tasha Yar. Crosby does a wonderful job, I feel like, in this episode, and I feel like she was given, since she was killed off in season 1, she was given the opportunity to have a bit of a good, emotional grip and talk to other characters, whether it was Chris McDonald as Richard Castillo, and Richard McDonald, he has done a lot of, I didn't realize until later, that he has done a lot of films that I didn't really notice until I have gotten older. He was originally in the Happy Gilmore as the bad guy, and he was also in Flubber with Robin Williams. But he is honestly a good actor, and I gotta say, the idea of a mirror version of the TNG crew is a cool idea, because they still have the same ideals. They're not evil versions of the crew the Mirror version was, and the OG Trekkie was. And honestly, I gotta say, the episode was fairly well done. I thought it was really good. I liked it. So let's honestly go to the next episode, which is The Offspring. So what happened in this episode? In this episode, the android Data creates a child of his own named Lala and tries to raise her, while Picard takes on Starfleet research to keep them from taking her away. And honestly, I gotta say this episode is, this episode came out in 1990, and I gotta say this episode feels very relevant. I hate to bring up points, but I could totally be wrong about this, and that, perhaps, say some ideas for this episode is, first-time parents, probably not doing the best, or like I think this has been an idea in my head when I was like watching this episode, and the fact that Lal is given the opportunity when she is like before she gets the form that she is picking.
I've observed that in most species, there is a primal instinct to perpetuate themselves. Until now, I have been the last of my kind. If I were to be damaged or destroyed, I would be lost forever.
For herself, like when she's in her mannequin form, I guess. I gotta say that little moment, it reminds me a bit of like choosing who you want to be in life. I could also like linking it to although because she Lal hasn't gotten her full look, she's still looking like a doll or something like that. And I will say it reminds me of I cannot connect this to trans people. I cannot. I was gonna try to, mostly just because I thought that or I could point to two ideas. Like say later when Admiral Anthony comes, played by Nicholas Coster. Basically, he is trying to take Lal away because she is the second android that is similar to Data, and they are not a very common breed of android. And in a way, he is wanting her on his on Starfleet at the Federation so that she can be used for research or other things. Because also he is a father as well, and I guess he doesn't think he doesn't think a machine can truly take care of a child, I guess. And I gotta say that the moment in this episode, whether it is the moment where Admiral Anthony is telling the crew say they did the best they could.
She won't survive much longer. There was nothing anyone could have done. We'd repolarize one pathway and another would collapse. And then another. His hands were moving faster than I could see.
That moment is really powerful because, before the episode ends, we see him as sort of an antagonist, but he's just not really, because he's just comes from a different perspective. And then I do have to say the most sad moment is when Lal and Data are saying their goodbyes.
I wish I could feel it with you.
I will feel it for both of us. Thank you for my life.
My god, that moment is powerful, I gotta say. Jonathan Frakes did a great job directing this episode. Heck, even Brent Spiner has said this is one of his most favorite episodes. And I gotta say, I agree. This is a great episode. But what do you think about these two episodes? Did you like them? Did you not like them? Put your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know. I'll see you later.